Man, True Colors can go many different ways, but whatever happens, it's gonna break us. What's up, everyone? It's time for another Amphibia reaction discussion video. This time it's the dinner / battle of the bands. These were breather episodes before True Colors, but still, spoilers. Watch the episodes first, then come here and watch this video. Alright, the dinner. This is basically Sasha and Grime coming over to Wartwood, and they're with Anne and Marcy and the planners, and they're like, let's have just a dinner to air some grievances. Sprig and Polly and Hop Up are all like, why should we trust them? And Anne's like, oh no, don't worry, Sasha's changed. Then immediately cuts to saying, Sasha, I will not change. And Grime is like, you have to at least act nice, or else we can't accomplish anything. Grime is like, you have to be civil. Discard your weapons. So she leaves her sword behind and a bunch of hidden daggers. But you find out later in the episode that she still kept one that was tying her hair together. Sasha is struggling to be nice. She wants to sit next to Anne, but Sprig already took that chair, and she's staring him down, and Grime is awkwardly coughing, remember, be nice. And Sasha's fine. There's some awkward comments while they're eating, Grime's eating some of the planners' food, and it's oh, which frogs did you extort to grow these? And it's we are frogs. It's oh, right, yeah, sorry. Sasha reminisces about some of their old adventures, like how Sasha convinced Anne and Marcy to ditch some school thing to have a dance party on the roof, but Anne took the blame for it and was grounded by her parents, so regular Sasha fare. Anne and Marcy have some inside jokes from their adventures in Amphibia, and Sasha feels left out. Hop Hop suggests they play, I think it was called Draws a Doodle, which is Pictionary. It's Pictionary. Sasha draws a tree, and it's very obviously a tree. It doesn't look like anything else. And all the planners are oh, that's Tower exploding. And there's Anne, holding Sasha. And there's Sasha dropping in, and everyone's what the hell? And Sasha's it's a tree, and is yelling at them. And Anne's why are you being so mean? I get that they're wrong, but you don't have the right to be mean to them. I thought you changed. And Sasha's well, what if I don't want to change? And, while they're having this discussion, this volcano that Grime brought, this, dessert volcano, explodes, and it's molten chocolate, and it covers the floor. The floor is lava. And these hornets come out, and it's oh yes, we have to fight the hornets before we eat them. And the trio, they work together to eat the hornets, and then Sasha is sorry that I don't really want to change. And Anne is it's fine that you don't want to change, but you have to accept that Marcy and I have changed, that we're not the same people that you were able to use so easily back on Earth. And Sasha's huh. It's saying that not everyone is willing to change, but you have to accept that others are. Alright, Battle of the Bands. This is the last day before everyone heads out to Newtopia to bring the calamity box to King Andreas and all that crap that's going to go down. Maritozal, he spins the wheel of fun to, decide what activity we're going to do to lighten up the mood, and when it lands on Battle of the Bands. Anne and Sasha and Marcy, they're yeah, we should bring back our old garage band. It was called, Sasha and the Sharps, which obviously the band would be named after Sasha. Anne wrote a song about Amphibia for them to play, and Sasha's looking at all of her notes and is yeah, this is good, but it could be better. And is crossing everything out and making her own changes, which of course Sasha's trying to control everything. No one's surprised. Anne gets mad. She asks why things always have to be Sasha's way, and Sasha's alright, well, I'll just leave. And then they're what? We're yeah, if I leave and I do things my way, then I'll get what I want, and you'll get to do things you want. It's better this way. Sasha goes up to Grime and it's can I play with you? And Grime's no, I'm a solo act. And he's being all secretive about his thing. Eventually Sasha finds Toady, because Toady has no one else to do it since the mayor's going to be one of the judges. And, the Toady's why can't I have someone to play with? Someone who will tell me what to do. And Sasha's opportunity. Sasha and Toady, they practice their song, and Sasha gets a little bit weirded out about how, Toady's just willingly accepting of everything, and Sasha's you're allowed to have your own opinions, and Toady's oh, I stopped having those years ago. There's a meaningful discussion between Sasha and Toady, because Sasha's why won't Anne and Marcy just realize I'm being a good friend? And Toady's being a good friend means you have to be able to support others. Being a good friend means being there for others when they need you, not telling them what to do all the time. And it's kind of a profound thought, and Sasha seems to legitimately be thinking about this, which is I guess continuing on from the ending of the Third Temple, where Sasha feels guilty. Anne and Marcy go up, they play their song, it's a great song, Sasha joins in with the guitar solo, and the three of them have a lot of fun together. Grime is the last performance, and he's playing the harp, and it's glorious, and he goes on for 3 hours, and he wins, and so even Sasha is like, you know, I wanted to win, but he was so magnificent. There's this heartwarming moment at the end where Anne's like, well, the three of us are going to be leaving soon, so all of us should take a group picture, and it's on Anne's phone, you know, which still don't know how she's getting that charge, because there was like a whole episode where they went on this huge trek to charge the phone, where it's like, did she ever do that again? There was a promo for True Colors in between the episodes, and it had a lot of action, but I don't think Marcy was anywhere in it, which worries me, because either whatever she's doing is super spoilery, or she gets disposed of pretty quickly by King Andreas in some way. I don't necessarily mean she's dead, but ugh. Nico BG commented something on my last video that I can't stop thinking about. True Colors might end with the trio using the Calamity Box to go home, and it works for Sasha and Marcy, but not Anne because her gem isn't fully charged. And if this happens, Anne will just be left there, and she'll just break down crying. Kind of like at the end of Reunion, but so much worse, so much more painful. And then Season 3 will shift perspectives between Anne in Amphibia and Sasha and Marcy on Earth trying to get back to Amphibia. Man, True Colors can go many different ways, but whatever happens, it's going to break us. So yeah, that's it for this video. These were some really good episodes. A nice cool down before things go crazy next week. I'm not ready for True Colors, and you guys probably aren't either. But until then, thanks for watching.